Ryan Reynolds made more money from selling a gin brand than from his entire Hollywood career. Yeah, you heard that right. The guy who plays Deadpool made his biggest payday not from movies, but from Aviation Gin. And he's not alone. Roger Federer made a fortune from his sneaker deal with On Running. Similarly, Dr. Dre became a billionaire thanks to Beats. But if you notice, it's the same pattern again and again, which tells us one thing: the real money isn't in fame. It's in owning something people buy repeatedly. Ryan didn't start a distillery. He found a great brand, added his voice, and turned it into a $600 million exit. So let's break down how consumer brands became the new wealth engine for people like Ryan Reynolds, and how you can play the same game without needing a Hollywood contract. But before we dive into that, if you don't know anything about Aviation Gin, here is some background. It was founded in Portland back in 2006 by a few craft distillers who wanted to make a smoother, more balanced gin. Something different from the sharp, old-school London style. The product was great, bartenders loved it, and the reviews were solid. But outside a few cocktail bars, almost no one had ever heard of it. So it had the quality, but no attention. And that's exactly where Ryan Reynolds came in. By that time, Ryan wasn't just the funny guy from rom-coms anymore. He was Deadpool, sarcastic, self-aware, and sharp. And he had his mix of charm and chaos that people love. Aviation Gin matched that energy perfectly. It was classy, but not serious. Premium, yet still fun. Basically, the Ryan Reynolds of gin. So when he bought into the company, it wasn't just a business move. It was a strategic brand alignment. But it's not as straightforward as you think. You see, Ryan didn't invest in aviation just to put his face on a bottle. He did it because he felt something when he tried it. He had said before that the first time he tasted aviation, it didn't feel like any other gin. And that sparked something. It wasn't a celebrity endorsement moment. He saw a great product that didn't have the spotlight it deserved. A small craft brand sitting in a category dominated by huge corporations. And he knew he could change that. For Ryan, it wasn't just about money. It was about creativity. He's built his career on storytelling. Movies, characters, humor, all that connected with people. Aviation was another canvas for that. Owning the brand meant he could reshape everything. The voice, the jokes, the ads, the culture around it. He even took on the title of creative director, not just investor or co-founder, because for him, that's where the fun is, turning something small and overlooked into something people love talking about. He saw what every smart buyer looks for: a strong product, a clear gap, and room to tell a better story. And he knew his influence could fill that gap faster than any marketing budget ever could. That's the acquirer's mindset. You're not buying a company, you're buying potential. And if you have the right skill set or network to unlock it, the growth can be unparalleled. Ryan saw just that when he bought the brand. And once Ryan became part of aviation, he did what he does best. He turned it into entertainment. Most liquor brands played safe with fancy lighting, slow motion pours, and a serious voice telling you how refined it is. Ryan went the other way. He made it funny, he made it self-aware, and he made it go viral. Remember the Peloton wife ad? A fitness commercial had gone viral for all the wrong reasons, and within a day, Ryan's team hired the same actress for an Aviation Gin ad. No statement, no explanation, just a clever wink to the internet.
To new beginnings.
There you go. It's gonna be a fun night. There you go. Take this too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You look great, by the way.
That single video blew up everywhere. That's Ryan's magic. He understands timing, storytelling, and the kind of humor that makes people share things. Every ad felt like a scene out of Deadpool. Quick, dry, and just a little bit chaotic. But behind all the jokes, there was strategy. Every post built awareness. Every campaign positioned aviation as the cool, modern gin that didn't take itself too seriously. He used his personal brand as the amplifier. When he joked about aviation on talk shows, people listened. When he posted about it on social media, it looked organic, not like an ad. And it worked. Sales jumped. The brand went from a craft label in Oregon to a global name sitting on shelves next to the giants. What's wild is that he didn't change the product at all. What he changed was the perception. And that's what branding really is, turning attention into emotion and emotion into sales. For Ryan, this was the proof of concept. He showed that creativity and ownership together can outperform any marketing budget. Aviation didn't explode because it had money behind it. It exploded because it had story, and a storyteller who knew exactly how to tell the story. In 2020, Diageo, the company behind Johnny Walker and Smirnoff, bought Aviation Gin in a deal worth up to $610 million. And that's wild when you think about it. A small craft gin from Portland became a global brand in just a few years, and Ryan Reynolds was the man to make it all happen. He reportedly took home a huge share from that sale. But even after the deal, Ryan agreed to stay on as the face of aviation. And that's rare, because usually after a sale, founders or investors step back. But Ryan stayed, because aviation wasn't just a brand he invested in, it became part of his identity. However, this wasn't just about gin, it was about creating something people could connect with, laugh with, and remember. Ryan understood that when you build a brand people love, you're not just selling a product, you're building a culture. And a culture is what multiplies wealth faster than any single paycheck ever could. Think about it. Roger Federer with On Running, Dr. Dre with Beats. They didn't just sell shoes or headphones. They sold emotion, story, identity, and because they owned part of it, they got to share in the upside when it blew up. That's the lesson I wanted to share in this video. When you own a consumer brand, you're not just building revenue, you're building equity with it. You're creating something that compounds every time someone buys, shares, or talks about it. And that's why Ryan's deal with aviation wasn't just a big exit. It was proof that ownership, creativity, and culture together can build more wealth than any career ever could. Opportunities like Aviation Gin are everywhere, and you don't have to be Ryan Reynolds to take part in them. Every industry has these small brands with great products but no spotlight. Founders who are ready to move on, businesses that just need a new story, a new face, or a new kind of energy to grow. That's the real opportunity most people overlook. You don't need to start the next big thing. You can buy something that's already working and make it better. That's the mindset shift. And that's what this channel is here to help you do. Learn how to find those brands, acquire them the smart way, scale them using creativity and strategy, and build real wealth through ownership. So if that's the game you want to play, subscribe, stay tuned, and grab the ultimate consumer brand growth and acquisition playbook by clicking on the first link in the description below. Thank you so much.